Holy. There was also this comment that got a good amount of upvotes. Where is Boromir? And to be honest, I wasn't sure whether or not to include him because Gimli already has the gladiator trait and he's good at melee. Well, he's going to be good at melee eventually once he levels it up a bit. The nature of RimWorld though is that we're going to get invaded by a force that's much stronger than ours, and we're going to need all the help we can get. In Boromir's childhood, he was a feudal lordling, so he gets 4 melee, 3 social. In his adulthood, he gets 2 shooting, 8 melee, 3 social, which gives him 2 shooting, 12 melee, and 6 social total. Being that Boromir was a captain, I felt it was important to give him melee and social. And as far as his traits, he's a blazeman, so he's good with a sword. He's also very tough. It took 3 arrows to take him down, and that wasn't even enough. He was still on his knees. Being that he's a seasoned fighter, nimble gives him more dodge chance in melee. And Boromir tried to take the ring from Frodo. Now, was this a greedy act? Because in his mind, he wanted to take the ring and use it for Gondor, but then again, no one else in the Fellowship tried to take the ring. The rest of the Fellowship could have tried the same thing, but none of them did. It was only Boromir. To start this episode off, Aragorn almost has a level up. He's really close to level 1. In order to get a little bit of XP, we're going to use his ability Aerostorm on this squirrel, I guess. And that gets him to level 1. We're now going to level up this skill, Animal Empathy, which allows him to bond with an animal up to 80% wildness. It just so happens this Charizard wandered near our colony and it's 80% wildness. So we're going to use Animal Bond on it. And that should, yeah, this Charizard is now fully tamed and it's starting to haul steel for us, I guess. That's what it wants to do. This thing is also extremely fast. It's moving at 8.4 movement speed. And the good thing about taming it that way is that Charizard has a 15% chance to revenge on tame fail. And so if Aragorn tried to tame it the normal way and he failed, it could attack him. And there's a pretty good chance that it would. Unfortunately, bonding with the Charizard did upset Jose, the Stegosaurus that Aragorn bonded with in a previous episode, and so he did completely leave the map and we no longer have a pack animal. However, there are a set of Stegosauruses still on our map, a male and a female, and it would actually be nice to tame these and breed these because we can always use pack animals for caravan missions as they will carry stuff for us. But yeah, now Aragorn has bonded with a level 37 Charizard, and because he bonded with a Charizard, it's going to increase his stats by a lot, more melee dodge chance, movement, manipulation, and we'll see how hard this thing will hit in a combat scenario. In the last episode, we also picked up 2 kitchen 5 bots, which are furiously sowing these fields and devouring any trees they see. We're planting pretty much everything. Like we got some cotton going over here, some rice, some smoke leaf over here. The hobbits are gonna love that. We want to go on a mission with our new Charizard, but before we do, we want to see if we can tame some of these Stegosauruses. Being that he's a ranger child, he gets 2 shooting, 2 cooking, and 4 animals, as well as being a wildlife ranger gives him 2 shooting, 8 animals, 2 medical. All this brought him up to, I believe it was 4 shooting, but he got 1 extra because he's been shooting. He also got 1 construction because he's been helping us construct stuff. He started with 2 cooking, 12 in animals, 1 in crafting because he made a tribal wear, and 2 medical. He's also iron-willed, so it's harder for him to have a mental breakdown, and he's a jogger, so he gets some extra movement speed. And we'll see with the 12 animals if he can tame the Stegosaurus. The tame failed at 26% chance only, so there's about a 1 in 4 chance that he tames it. It shouldn't take too long for Aragorn to tame something. Okay, second tame failed. How about these guys over here? This Magiosaurus only has a handling skill requirement of 4. Tame failed at a 44% chance. Aragorn, that's just unlucky, man. How about this Platybelodon, which is pretty similar to the Stegosaurus. It has a 5 taming skill requirement. 26% chance failed. How about this Wild Herd of Muflo, which have a handling skill requirement of 4? So what was that, like a 44% chance per Muflo? We should definitely be able to tame one of these things. 35% chance, tame failed. Come on, Aragorn. I think he's a bit shy, and I don't think he can tame while we're watching him. Maybe we'll just have to leave him alone for a while, and yeah. Tame failed again. We'll let him do his thing and we'll come back to him when he's been successful. And since we stopped watching Aragorn, I think it was like the first tame that he tamed Muffalo 1. When we're getting raided. The first raid, as far as I know, is usually only 1 person, and this guy is artistic, and he's good at crafting, and he's kind, so he brightens everyone else's day. He's got a great memory, so he learns quicker. This guy's got an insane amount of burning passions too for just a lot of stuff, and apparently he's a fisherman. We could set him up doing fishing too. We really want this guy. Legolas, do not F this up. Sailing shot on Limley. Nice, we got him. Capture him. Well, that was fairly easy. We were only able to do that because he has really bad armor on. And even still, we only had a couple seconds to pick him up and capture him. But yeah, we'll toss him in the cell, and he has a recruitment difficulty of 22, which shouldn't be that hard for Frodo with his 15 social. When Frodo was 12, his parents drowned in a boating accident on Brandywine River, and so he was an orphan until Bilbo adopted him. This gives him 6 social, and Counselor gives him 9 social, bringing him up to 15 social. And I guess he has been planting a little bit, so he has 1 planting now. He's also an entertainer. He's able to lighten the mood and lift the spirits of everyone around him. him. And right now he has this ability Entertain, which basically allows him to entertain other colonists when he passes by them. And like for example, he entertained Aragorn, which gave him a 14 moodlet buff. Gimli has it as well. Samwise doesn't have it, but Samwise has some other buffs that Frodo has been giving him. And apparently Legolas does not find Frodo very amusing because he doesn't have the buff. Or maybe Legolas just never passed by him, I don't know. As Frodo levels up, he can go down the entertainer tree, which gives him a lot of nice bonuses, and we'll go more into those later. But yeah, we'll have Frodo start reducing Limley's resist. And with just talking to him once, even though his mood's low, he got a good amount of resist down. The more Frodo talks to him, the more Limley will like Frodo. And so like next time, for example, assuming Limley's mood is good, which like he's in darkness and he doesn't like his prison cell, we gotta finish flooring this baby in. We'll put a dresser in here too, why not? And oh, there we go. Aragorn tamed a Platybelodon. Can he tame the Magiosaurus as well? And yeah, he did. 44% chance. Good job, Aragorn. Even while we were watching him too, I'm impressed. So I have some good news and some bad news. The bad news is I've been recording for the past 30 minutes and my hard drive's full, and so we lost the last 30 minutes of footage. The good news is nothing really all that crazy happened. If we look at the base, we've been keeping our kitchen bots super busy by planting an obscene amount of crops. We got 2 rice fields, a giant potato field, potatoes, a psychoid plant field so that we can make some morning tea, as well as we have 2 pipeweed fields, which is just complete overkill, and a smoke leaf field, and people will be able to smoke that if their mood's really bad, as well as we have a cotton field over here. I decided that 1 kitchen 5 bot was enough though for now, and we also do have Samwise with his 15 planting, and so that right there is complete overkill as far as planting and cooking is concerned. And like if you look at our freezer, we've been cranking out these fine meals, and we got 32 fine meals just chilling in our fridge. The kitchen bot just cranks those out almost immediately, like it's insane. So we grabbed our 2 extra kitchen bots as well as our Eternity Forge, simply because the Eternity Forge wasn't doing anything and was boosting our wealth by like 12k, and I really don't know when we're going to be able to use the Eternity Forge. And so we sent out Legolas and Frodo on a trade mission. We stripped Legolas of all his gear and gave it to, I believe Boromir has it, so that we could defend the base. And like if the caravan got ambushed, Legolas should be able to defend it with just a bow. Here's all the stuff we brought out though. We butchered a Smilodon, brought some pipeweed in case anyone got upset, and we made it to Tuckborough. We can sell the Kitchen 5 base station for 69.69. I'm not sure if Frodo's trying to send some subliminal messages at whoever they're trading with. The market value is 11.5k, so we're kind of getting ripped off here, but we just don't need the kitchen bot right now. And they do have a builder 4 bot, which is actually the same price pretty much. They actually have 2 of them. Holy cow. We definitely don't need 2 though. We'll just buy 1. And I think this is actually a really good trade because we're really trying to set up our defenses right now, and this is going to give us a 16 construction bot, I believe, whereas Gimli's construction is way lower than that. So that's about an even trade. We'll also give them the kitchen 1 bot and these Smilodon fangs we also picked up, and we can trade that for 800 silver, or we could pick up a, oh, we can't quite get their kinetic rifle, which doesn't have much range and the damage is not that high, but the cooldown and the warm-up time are really low, and so it'd be the perfect weapon to level up Legolas's shooting skill, because quicker weapons just level it up quicker. They will, however, buy our Platybelodon or Magiosaurus. That'll be enough, and I think we'll sell them the Platybelodon simply because the Magiosaurus is about 1 movement speed quicker, and so that'll help us move quicker on the map. And we actually don't have quite enough. Unless we sell them some pipeweed, we'll sell them 2 pipeweed, and that's barely enough. They're going to give us 1 silver. And we're getting raided by sappers. Ooh man, a lot of these guys have guns. And we don't. Legolas and Frodo are still on the trade mission. One of them has a hunting rifle that has good range, but really low rate of fire. It's like a really low tier one. And this guy as well has a old fashioned rifle. As far as our base defense, I decided we couldn't wall in the entire base, like all the fields and everything. So I decided to build a big structure in kind of the middle of the map where we started hauling everything. And this is where we want to store all like the valuables, which like there's still a lot of stuff that we left out there. And you may notice there's a lot of these plant scraps on the ground. When you harvest plants, they make plant scraps and you can turn them into compost, and you can do something with them in the soil, or you can make kill out of them, I believe. We also made these holes in the walls where we can fire out of them, and enemies can fire in, but they have really low accuracy when they're firing into us. Now Aragorn and Gandalf only have short bows, so their range is very small, and we're just going to see what the enemy does. Like, this is going to be really hard to defend. But yeah, here they come. Wilkinson apparently is going for Limley. I don't know exactly what's going on over there, but it's good they're not all just charging our main area. Okay, they're kind of split off. We're gonna have Boromir go out and try to take on Brandon really fast with Charizard. Oh, and they just use some kind of ability on us. Aragorn is wandering. Boromir's gonna apparently killed Brandon. Let's have Boromir try to take on Nixon too. Okay, he got Nixon. And they're killing Limley, oh no. Let's have Boromir take on Frankie with Charizard. Okay, Charizard's doing work. I think that's gotta be Charizard just one-shotting people. Nixon dropped a hunting rifle and Brandon dropped a Webley revolver. We should try to get Gandalf out there to grab the hunting rifle because his armor's not that good. And then Aragorn should grab the revolver. It's a 6-shotter. And whoa, what is that? Guy's throwing fireballs or something. But yeah, Gandalf now has really long range. Aragorn's got good range too with his revolver. And apparently doesn't have much cooldown either. Oh, Nalk is throwing big fireballs. Okay, a few. Apparently they're going for Gandalf's research room. I don't care about that at all. They can have that. Oh, and they're coming back for us. Okay, we gotta run. We'll have Gandalf go through the door, I guess. Although he's moving at only 68%. He got tagged in the leg. Oh, we got a kill on Nalk. Probably hit a vital there or something. And did Gandalf get in the door? Yeah, the door's gonna close. Okay, that's good. Wilkinson's walking right into Boromir and Charizard. We're gonna have them pick that guy apart. And Wilkinson is tanky, man. He's taking a lot of hits. Okay, we killed him. Run, Boromir. And Charizard, run. Holy cow. Okay, good tag on Freddy. Gandalf. Ooh, nice tag again. And what are these guys doing? They're going for our walls, I guess. We got Embraged over here. Pina got right up next to it, though. And so I think they're both able to hit each other at pretty good accuracy. So we'll have Aragorn fire and Arrow Storm on Pina. And we'll have Boromir, I guess, go for Vassila. I think he can take him. Arrow Storm on Pina. And oh, they're gonna run. We'll just keep firing at them, and hopefully we can down some of them, maybe. Gimli got tagged really bad by a sawed-off shotgun. I don't know when that happened, but he's bleeding pretty good. But yeah, we're just gonna let the rest of these guys go, and we're gonna have everyone tend to their wounds. It looks like Frodo and Legolas finally got back. I don't know if they're prepared for what they're about to see. Mainly, there's just a lot of blooded bodies everywhere. And Frodo finally found Gimli, who was in a sad wander. Dude is not in a good place right now. He's malnourished and very wounded. And he did calm him down, though. That's awesome. As far as the rest of our colonists, we're having everyone have a nice pipe weed session, which is going to help boost their mood back up a bit. Holy crap, okay. It said we were getting sieged, and like this is at our other base. This is not at our main base. This is at the city, rather. I was about to say, because it's only been like a day, I think, since we got raided. But yeah, these guys are not very geared. What could happen here is some of these androids actually might get knocked out. Unfortunately, all the androids that got down got killed. And none of them are unconscious. The only thing that's unconscious is his Hellmaker, which we can't recruit. Gandalf went berserk. I don't know. Bring him down, Legolas. Disabling shot, Gandalf. Holy crap, okay. He got him with a double tap, but that worked. We're getting raided again? What the heck? We literally just got raided. I'm pretty sure on day 8.5, and it's day 9 right now. I don't even think the city raid we just had counted, because there's a raid here, which is our first raid, where they sent just Limley at us, and then this raid is the one we just had. There's 2 groups of them, and they are all tribes people with just basic bows. Here's the second group. This one's only got 3 bows, so we should be okay. We might be able to even capture a good one. I do just wish we had a little bit of extra time, but we should be okay here. One thing I just realized is that when we knocked Gandalf down, he dropped his weapon, so we're literally only gonna have Legolas in here. And of course we got Boromir ready with Charizard in case they do breach. But yeah, we're just gonna have Legolas unload on them, and Legolas actually got tagged already. We got Aragorn coming from the side, and he was in the bottom left of the map when we got attacked, but it looks like he's helping out. And ooh, there's a lot of people shooting at Legolas right now. It's a bit scary. We'll have Aragorn drop a poison trap down here, and I think if they walk over it, it will do damage to them. Okay, some of them are fleeing. Grouse is fleeing at least. And yeah, these guys sprung the poison trap. I think that means they're slowed, or maybe not. Purple's slowed. He's got 20% less movement, but it looks like Kangaroo got past it. We'll have Aragorn keep kiting if he can. Oh, and just other guys coming in from the left. And ooh, it's good that he tagged Kangaroo. I meant White's coming in from the right, but he got past them. Looks like these guys are fleeing too. Awesome. Looks like we survived here. I didn't even see this, but apparently Hornet got knocked out as he was dueling our Muffalo. He's currently in pain shock, and we could actually capture him. He doesn't really have any amazing skills, but he is magically gifted. And there's a few things we can do with that. So we will capture him, and I guess we'll put him in Frodo and Sam's room for now, because literally every room is broken into. And the city's getting sieged again. This is actually crazy. I don't remember Hildegard Epic being this epic. Part of me wants to send a couple colonists over here to potentially capture some of these guys. Like, Gain is currently down, but he's gonna die in 6 hours. I just don't know if we can currently spare anyone right now, because what happens if we get raided again? We set up the tier 4 builder bot, and it is really fast at building. It's just mowing through this spike trap, and it's building it so... And okay, apparently the city's getting raided again by, I don't know what this faction is, but it's just a mess. Like, I don't know what's going on here. But these 2 factions are going to be fighting each other. I feel like we need to get someone over here ASAP, even if they're not that good at combat. Like, maybe we'll just send Samwise over. He's really not doing anything, and he's not very good at combat, but he could potentially capture one of them. Depending on the results of this battle, and if someone does get knocked unconscious that's decent, we will send someone over to the city to try to capture them, which we'll be doing in the next episode. If you guys are liking this RimWorld series and you want to see it continue, drop a like on the video. I want to thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.